on my YouTube page, The Coaching with Nadira, or if you're watching on my Facebook page, come on in, check it out, check it out, check it out. I want to kind of talk to you guys and kind of engage and kind of find out. I know it's been a while since I've been actual live outside of Sisterhood Check-in. So I kind of wanted to just come on and just kind of get to know the people that follow and like my page and just kind of take this as an opportunity to one, engage with you, and not only engage with you, but kind of just share with you some things that I've got going on that I want to share with you. So if you are watching me on my Coaching with Nadira YouTube page, make sure you just say hi. Let me know you're watching and where you're watching from. If you are watching me on the Facebook page, say hello. I know there's quite a few of you that are watching. Say hello. Don't be scared. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. There's some stuff that I want to talk to you about. So I started this new YouTube page. I started this new YouTube page on let me stop this video. I was accidentally stopping this video, accidentally playing this video. So forgive me. If you are watching, like if you've like followed me for any period of time and you've watched me on Sisterhood Check-in, then you know I have a YouTube channel for my Sisterhood Check-in. But recently I have just um started a new channel that is specifically that is not podcast format in terms of me interviewing other people, but it's just me, Nadira, just sharing from my heart and just talking to you and just sharing with you what I feel, what I feel like God has been showing me. So if you can go to the at handle Coaching with Nadira and just check it out. Look at some of the videos. Some of the videos, some of you that follow me may have seen, and some of them you haven't seen. So just go and check it out. But I wanted to kind of see exactly how was your week, for those that may be listening live. Just let me know how your week was going. And for those that are watching on a replay, hello, hello. Thank you for watching. But I started, recently. Okay, my mic had went out for a little bit. Make sure my mic and my audio is still good. Okay, yes, it's still good. So I've noticed that lately in the past couple of months there's a lot of things that's been shifting, a lot of things that's been changing, and sometimes you just need to be reminded. I just feel like sometimes you need to be reminded of what God has said regarding his word, regarding all the things that are taking place. And so when I created the Wisdom Academy, and even when I created the Becoming a Woman of Proverbs page, it was for and with the intent of providing encouragement to women that are looking, right, that are wanting and looking for wisdom, right? Biblical wisdom on how to govern your lives, right? And with doing that, I wanted to do that through providing inspiration, either through my videos or providing inspiration through a blog post. And so that's pretty much my goal, is to be able to have a place where I can really give you wisdom that I've found in the Word of God, right? That I want to share with you, in lessons and things that I've learned. And because I realized that, especially in the areas of life, business, and relationships, because at the core of everything, if your relationships are not intact, then everything else around or surrounding you is not going to be together. And that's relationships all kinds of ways. That's not just only in romantic relationships with your family, with your friends, when it comes to relationships with your children. If we don't individually start to deal with the relationships in our life, it will affect how you walk. It will affect how you do business. it would affect how you do life, period, right? And so I just want to take this time to really just encourage you that, take advantage of the materials that you see right now. I'm for the month of October, since it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I'm taking the month of October to really give away a free. I created the Lord Help Me journal and devotional. And the reason why I created that and I allowed it to be free is solely for the purposes of being able to encourage somebody that may be in a toxic relationship, somebody that may be in a situation where they feel like, they just have nobody to talk to about what they really feel. So they hold it in, right? And for those, and they may feel like they have people, right, that have gone through some stuff, that they might have people that are there that are part of their support system, but may not quite feel like they can, they don't may either not feel comfortable, or because they might be afraid. They might be afraid for their life, or for the person who is in their support system might be afraid for their life. So this is just in another way. This doesn't replace your current strategy or game plan that you have, or even replace counseling. It's just simply here to remind you about what the Word of God says regarding our life when it comes to relationships, finances, business, everything. And so I want to encourage you to go to my website, and I'll go ahead. I think I might have. Let me see if I put it. Let me see if I put it there. I don't know. Let me put it up here where you can go, and it's a link that I have in my bio. But if you go to the website, coachingwithnadira.com, right? If you go to the website that you see at the bottom of the screen, for the month of October only, you will have access to download the free digital journal. And maybe now I need to put that in my thing. So hold on, let me put that in here. Access free digital devotional and journal. And this is something you can use on whether you have an iPad, or if you even using your phone. If you have a stylus pen, an Apple pen, this will give you the opportunity to actually this will give you the opportunity to write what you're feeling and what you're going through in that. So it's free. Let me see. Lord, help me. So I'm going to put that in here so that you can see as I'm talking. It'll already be down here. Okay. So it's there at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to access the free Lord Help Me digital journal for the month of October, it is free. Make sure you share it with somebody. Sometimes we're eager to help people that are hurting and dealing with different things, and there are different ways that you can help people, right? You can help them practically, you can help them financially, or you can just basically just give them this access to the free digital journal. Because in that journal I have some encouragement that will kind of help them. It's real life encouragement, biblical encouragement, to help for those that are actually, that are dealing with it, and that are, having different issues that they're dealing with. It's an opportunity for you to be able to give that as a gift, even if you're not in a domestic violence situation. If you just a person, you are dealing with sorrows, whether it's through it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? And I thank God for those that have been able to survive breast cancer, because I have a mom that had breast cancer. Sorry, my mic keeps going off, but just know that I'm definitely praying for you. That God will give you strength, right? He will give you strength and endurance, during this time frame. But I wanted to kind of, I did a podcast Friday, and I was talking about uh Lot's wife, and I was talking about the danger of looking back. And one of the things that I wanted to really point out in that particular podcast is that, have you ever felt like an urge that when God deliver you from a particular situation, you feel like the urge to go back, even when you know it's not the right choice to make? and you feel like you're stuck in a place where you feel like you just can't leave behind for whatever reason, right? But when sometimes you do, it has consequences, right? And that's pretty much what what I want to reiterate and kind of focus on, is that sometimes when you are, and this may not be for everybody, but for, and that's fine, but for those that do decide that this is for them, this is one thing. I don't care if it's one person. I want to encourage you that when God opens a door for you to move forward in any area of your life, and you refuse to do that because you're stuck, right? Because in that, and when you think about Lot's wife, she turned around, right? The angel of the Lord told her, look, told Lot and his entire family, go and don't look back. Go, right? And don't look back. And what did she do? She looked back, and it says not only did she look back, but it says that she actually had, like, she stopped and stared with a look, like there was a longing, like she was going to miss the place that God was going to deliver her from. And I don't know about you, how many of you have had those circumstances where you feel like, I know God is moving and pulling me in a different direction, but your heart is connected. But in doing that, what happens is this was a very serious situation, and God literally caused her to turn into a pillar of salt, because he specifically and directly told her and him and Lot's entire family, look, don't look back. Don't look back when it comes to, whatever direction I'm going. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. But when you take the time and you stop, because your heart doesn't want to leave a particular place that God calls you, because we all are human, right? I can imagine, especially if you feel like you've been there for a long period of time, you've built friendships, you've built relationships, you've had businesses, and yet because of the wickedness of the city, right? That God said, okay, I'm going to destroy the city. We are great. We should be really grateful to God that He is not allow us to destroy. That He didn't destroy us in, especially when you live in an area where the people are just like completely wicked, right? And so I feel like it's the same way. I feel like we have to pay attention. This in this season and era of life, we have to really make sure that we're paying attention, and that we're hearing when God tell us to do something, that we're responding, and that we're not dragging our feet, and that we're not just taking it lightly when He give us instructions, that we're not taking it as if, oh, well, because if we really understood this example of remembering Lot's wife is a perfect example of what it looks like, right? When we choose to do what we want to do, when we choose to ignore what God tell us to do, what happens is we become that example. We become that example where things start freezing. Your finances may freeze, or things in around you might be freezing, because you are not responding and you're not listening to the voice of God, right? And so when I thought about it, and I was up one night, like I was saying in the podcast, and I was thinking about it, and I was looking at the documentary, and the documentary was showing like what Sodom and Gomorrah looks like today. And as he was explaining the documentary and showing different places, all I can think about is like, as I was thinking about the story in Genesis 19, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, like this is crazy. Like this was actually, somebody, this was a city. These were people, these were families, right? It's amazing how you can be in a city that is so wicked that God decides that He wants to destroy it. Like that's not something to take lightly. Like that is like, wow. Like He destroyed an entire city, men, women, children, because it was so wicked, right? It was almost like how it was in the days of Noah. When you think about how it was in the days of Noah, they were eating and drinking, marrying and doing whatever. And they literally had no concern for how they were living their lives, how they were acting and behave. They were not aware the constant, because I won't say that we are not aware of our behavior, because I do believe we're aware of our behavior. We may not be aware of the impact of our behavior. And the reason why I say that is because you can know that you're a particular way, but you may not know how it's affecting the people around you, right? You might know, okay, I this is what I know about myself. I might know that I'm this and I'm that, but you may not know the impact that it's making. So you have to be really careful and to make sure that, and it's like this was an example. God showed us as this example that these people were living their lives the way they wanted to, without any regard. And they were living their life in a way where they were living without God. They were doing what they wanted. And then the crazy part is when God sends the angels to deal with them and get Lot and his family out, they were like looking at Lot, like telling Lot that he judged them because he was asking them to not try to go after the angels that were in his house. He was even willing to give up his daughter, right? He's like, look, my daughters have not been with any men. They are virgins. Look, do with them as you want, but just don't touch these men. Now, I probably would have been like, yo, dad, like, hey, like, hello, you know. But here it is. He was willing to give up his daughters just to protect these men. And for them to literally say that he was judging them because he was trying to literally kind of like calm them down because they were so enraged about breaking in the house, and they had made up in their mind that they wanted the men that was in the house, and that they knew, so they had to be able to watch people coming in and out of the city. They're watching like, no, we want them. We want to, and they're blatantly saying we want to have bananas, because I know we're on YouTube and Facebook, so I know, they're regulating things that I say, but they were literally saying we want to have bananas, with those people, right? I get bananas from a terminology my daughter used to say to be bananas. But they were determined they were going to break that door down, and they was going to get what they was going to get, and they wasn't going to let nothing hinder them from getting what they wanted to get. They was not letting anything hinder them. And that's how you know that there's a difference between being persistent towards the will of God in your life and being persistent towards evil. And these people were evil. They were ready to, they was coming after Lot because they was ready to attack Lot physically, because Lot was like, no, I'm not going to do this, and pleading with them, to stop. And it's crazy because it was men of both young and old men. So these were men, young and old men. This wasn't a group of people. These were, it says all the men. That means the entire city wanted to sleep with the angels that God sent to destroy them. Didn't even know that God was literally, they didn't even know that their life was going to end the next day. They had no idea. And so the reason why I literally opened up the P31 Wisdom Academy, is to give instructions through scripture to kind of help those that want to learn, right? Those that desire to learn and want to watch and see, and be able to take the wisdom that we get from the book of Proverbs, right? And the book of Psalms, to be able to help us, because I do believe that the book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom. I believe it was a book of wisdom to help you govern your life in certain areas. And you might feel like, well, I'm good. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. Well, then that's great, right? But I feel like we all have certain areas of our life that we can grow in. Even myself, I feel like we all have areas that we can grow in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this link in there. And I wanted to kind of come on live. Let me put it in the chat. Hold on. Um, hold on. It's a P31 Wisdom Academy, right? Let's see. And basically in the academy, it's, you'll be able to see videos that I post, right? Specifically where I have a more of a private group setting where I can kind of share a little bit more things that I feel like I can't really share, on YouTube and on Facebook, because, you're restricted to say certain things, or they won't show your material, or they'll block you or have some sort of problem. So in this private community, I'll be able to get more in depth about what God has shown me in regards to wisdom in a numerous amount of areas that in life that we talk about today. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. So you can go to the www.coachingwithnadira.com and you can sign up right there. It's $12.95 a month, guys. It's not even a lot. It's something that, it's $12.95 a month, and you can basically, it'll be an opportunity for me to be able to kind of share some more in-depth things. I did have a wisdom clinic, but my Facebook, group, my original Facebook page got shut down because somebody hacked my account. And so now I had to start, I was able to keep my Becoming a Woman of Proverbs business page, but the Wisdom Academy, I no longer have access to. So I had quite a few hundred, I had quite a couple of hundred of people, like almost 400 people in that group that I was able to post to on a weekly basis that I no longer have access to. So the P31 Wisdom Clinic, I'm going to do everything from showing wisdom in areas of relationships. I'm going to share with you my personal experiences and things I've learned. I even am going to show you ways, especially if you are dealing with, like, especially now, right? We live in a digital age. I also have the P31 Digital Academy right now. With the P31 business, with the Digital Academy, I show you how to I help you in providing like a skill set. Like every week, I'm going to every week, I'm going to, really like every week and every month, it's going to be nothing but skill sets to kind of help you, because I know, there's a lot of people that still work from home, right? And maybe even looking for extra income, or may feel like, I may want to help somebody else. So with these skill sets, you'll be able to use this for yourself and for to be able to service other businesses in terms of the academy. Now, in terms of the Wisdom Academy, which is separate from the Digital Academy, in the Wisdom Academy, it's going to be, wisdom in every area. Because let me tell you something, I'm usually on TikTok every day, right? Listening to some of the conversations that are being held, and looking at some of the things that are listening to some of the cries, even of people that are frustrated because they just don't know which direction to go, right? And so I want to be a part of the solution by giving some solutions, biblical solutions. And the reason why I say biblical solutions, because only what you do for God is going to last, right? Nothing, everything else is going to pass away. Only what you do for God will last. So this will be an opportunity for me to be able to show with you something, give you wisdom in some areas, in terms of your, when it comes to life, health, business, and relationships. So make sure you join. Go to www.coachingwithnadira.com. Again, don't forget to access this month only the Lord Help Me digital devotional and download. It'll only be available for this month, and after that, it will be $12.95 for those of you that want both, either the digital, the actual version of the book. If you want the physical copy, then it's going to be, then it'll be $19.95. But if you are just looking for the digital copy, one that you can download on your phone, your tablet, or your computers, anything of that sort, it'll be free for the month of October. So I also want to say this too before I actually end, is if you would like to share your testimony on the Sisterhood Check-In broadcast, send me a message at the Becoming a Woman of Proverbs. Send me a message here on Facebook, right? You can send me a message on Facebook and let me know, and we can link up and figure and see what God has done in your life, and see if it's a good fit for the Becoming a Woman of for the Sisterhood Check-In podcast. So that's pretty much all. I just wanted to kind of come in and just kind of see how everybody was doing. I hope you guys have a blessed week. I'll probably come on again maybe Wednesday. I'm not really sure, probably Wednesday. But if you need to reach out to me for any reason, you can always go to my website, www.coachingwithnadira.com, and I'll see you out here on these internet streets. Have an amazing week. And remember, don't let anything distract you from having an amazing day. I'll talk with you soon. Have a good day.